Howdy folks, and welcome to Coffee and Tools. We're up in the garage today messing around. Had another project this week come up. The wall clock in my living room broke. I took it apart and I ordered one of these new little, you've probably seen them a million times, a little battery thing that you put the clock in and stuff and, bolt it back in and think it's all good. But mine had a problem. The clock was custom and it needed a little spacer under it. And of course, the minute that happened, it was like, I guess we'll 3D print it. It's like, the 3D printer has become the most used tool I have in my household. That's crazy. Let's talk about it, and we're gonna give some stuff away today too, because it's Thursday. Oh yeah. Well, this was another week where I had to make a project, a repair around the house with the 3D printer again. And last week, same thing, week before that. And it seems like I keep running into things that either break or go, no, in some cases we lose them. And I'm just like, I'll just make it out of a 3D printer. And I draw it up. Now there's some software and curves and learning experience, whatever. And of course you have to buy yourself a 3D printer. But this stuff doesn't cost much. This is like $20 a reel. And this reel will make probably about 30 of these things that hold us, just for example, and that holds a set of headphones. A lot of people don't understand 3D printing just yet, and they're slowly, they seem like they're slowly picking up online. They're getting faster. The software is getting better, like Clipper. Yeah, there's a lot of, good things happening for 3D printing that makes it more attractive. But the thing is a lot of people still relate it to making toys. Like this dice tower I made a few weeks ago. Man, I love this thing. This thing is cool looking, but that's from some really wild looking filament. And the spacer I needed for this grinder right here, I made it out of PLA Plus, which is this eSun stuff right here. Not sponsored, not paid for or anything else, but I do like their PLA Plus product. It seems like it's the best PLA I think I've ever had. I really like it. And for the $20 for a spool of that, and I can manufacture a lot of stuff. But what we want to talk about today is, before we get into the draw and the giveaways and stuff, I want to just talk about making money with one 3D printer. Can it be done? Or is it possible? Yeah, you can make money off a 3D printer just having one. It's a lot different from, say, a printer farm. And I find I've talked to quite a few guys that own printer farms, and they usually seem like they started from around 5 printers and they started manufacturing, or 8 printers, 10 printers, that kind of thing. I have a product here that I was making, and it sells for about $19. But here's the math. Okay, it takes about 8 hours for the printer to make one. So $19 for an 8-hour workday or whatever, that's, there's easier ways to make money than that, right? But if you had 8 printers running that product, you'd say, I'm making $19 an hour. And I'm at home and I'm watching printers run for 8 hours. That's, I don't have any problem with that. That's pretty cool, And of course, the more printers, the more per hour, whatever that could be making. So, good. But if you only buy one small printer and you want to make a product and you want to be able to sell it, it can be done, and you could probably make yourself some, pretty decent coin to get started before you get into that build area where maybe you end up with a printer farm. A lot of printer farms, 100 machines, 150, 200. I've seen more than 200 machines in a printer farm. And they're busy day-to-day manufacturing things, but like I said, they need the numbers. And also, the other thing that's coming online is the software, like I mentioned, is getting better, such as Clipper, which is speeding the machines up. And they've got a new one out there, Bamboo P1P, which can really produce a print very rapidly, really quickly. So the whole technology thing is coming on, where 3D printing will be able to knock something out quite quickly. Right now we're still sort of in a little bit of on the slow stage compared with some other types of forms or manufacturing. But on the other side of that coin, 3D printing can make things that machines can't make. Yeah, there's some pretty interesting examples of that situation out there these days. Making money, only one printer. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Your imagination it limits you, of course, and your ability to learn or get on that learning curve and figure out, how to make something. So I'm going to give you an example today of something you could do in your town, your area, whatever, where you could set yourself up a little manufacturing thing going on, this little hobby, whatever, with a single printer, and be able to turn over some money. Yeah, it can be done. And I'll just give you this as an example. This is the seed that should grow the tree, I guess we'll say. But I'm going to show this to you. I've shown a lot of stuff in the past, and even some of my zany inventions or whatever off of 3D printing case, especially the case that holds the iPhone in my car, because there was no place to put the iPhone after you plugged it in. It was like, where do I put this? So I created something out of a 3D print where the phone is stored. But this is a good example. If you go to yard sales, Goodwill, estate sale, home moving or whatever, any junk stores, you'll see tripods like this. Some of them are really good brand name or good quality tripods for photography. And this one here came out of a yard sale for $1. Why? Because they always seem to be missing. This is like the when you see a tripod like this with it missing like this, it's like, it almost is garbage. It's worthless. In fact, I've seen people throw them out because they've lost the piece here for the top. But guys, girls, if you have a 3D printer, this one is specifically custom made for a particular item that I'm using here in the shop. But there it is there. And I drew this up, and it uses a 1/4 bolt. And you have to calibrate, make sure you get the right depth and everything. But you can manufacture the part that now, so there it is. It's now locked into the base of the tripod, and I can now screw on this 1/4 thread for all your camera and lighting stuff for studios and all that. But I now have something that makes this tripod completely useful, and if I did a custom one or something, it's worth more than $1. Now it's like all together, and I can resell the tripod for, I guess, take a price, 10, 20, 30, whatever, depending on the name. If it's a Manfrotto tripod, for example, you could probably resell the tripod for between $50 and $100, because that's a really expensive, really good tripod. And I've been picking them up here and there, but I've been keeping only to the really good brand names of tripods, and I'll buy them and I'll 3D print a new piece for them and put the little 1/4 bolt in there, and all of a sudden that tripod is worth some money now because it's working, because the parts aren't missing anymore. So that's one. You guys could go out there and pick those tripods up for free. In a lot of cases, you'll get them for nothing, or you might even see them at, sitting on the curb beside the trash cans. But you can also find them every day. I walk into places like Goodwill and yard sales and stuff, and I'll see tripods. They're all missing those tops, and pick the tripod up for $1. Or in some cases, the guy will say, "Yeah, we've had that here for 2 days. We can't, just take it with you. Can't get rid of it, So there's a place where you can make some money, and just one 3D printer, and you can do all that. That's pretty cool. That's just one aspect. I know there's people out there that are really good at painting small models, and they will do like the Warhammer and all the little characters from like Lord of the Rings, or some of the online gaming and stuff. They'll make the characters, paint them up, and they can resell them on like eBay or SD or something for huge dollars. But again, just one 3D printer is all that's manufacturing those items. So it can be done, and it's out there. It's just a matter of, figure out how to use it. Anyways, today we have a giveaway, and we also have a new contest of something we'll give away for next Thursday. And it's a really nice item. It's from Vevor. Sent this over to us to review a couple weeks ago. I really loved the tool. It was like, man, this thing is nice. And it's the pocket joint kit, I think they call that. And that is a nice kit, and somebody's going to get that today because we're going to draw a name. But we're also going to give something away for next Thursday, so don't go away. Okay, so boom. Okay, I put all the toys up, except for the tripod. I forgot about it. The idea behind the tripod is that you could do that, or if you see something that's broken a lot at consignment stores or yard sales and you keep running into it all the time, use a 3D printer, make a repair on the part and resell it for, a good price. It's one way we can make money these days, right? Cool, yeah. And cash only, that way the IRS will never know what happened. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do this. We don't have a lot of entries. This is kind of a little upsetting. I'm not sure what's going on, but the viewer numbers counts have been kind of sluggishly down. Subscriber numbers are up, and hardly anybody put in for the pocket joiner. And the pocket joiner kit is really nice, so I'm surprised a lot more people didn't put in for it, but I guess they didn't want it. Excuse me. Okay, anyway, we've got about 50 people that put their names in. That was it. So not a very good showing on this at all. So I'm going to get this over real quick. Throw the names in a bucket, we'll mix them up, and I'll send this nice Vevor kit over to somebody that views. Just very disappointed this week, but it's Christmas and I mean people are busy, who knows, right? So we got us a name here. Let's see who we got here. Johnny in Newcastle, Indiana. I'm sending this thing over to your place. Yep, it's going to be on your porch, so watch out for the pirates, okay? Yeah, Johnny, congratulations, and thank you for entering. I just like it when I see a lot of entries because it sort of feels like it supports the channel, or at least it, makes me feel good, right? This was apparently not a very hot item. I'm really disappointed in that, but it is what it is. So we're moving on. What are we going to give away? Okay, next Thursday we have another situation. I'm going to get this tripod out of here, put Johnny's jig over here someplace out of the way, and then we're going to get to the next item for next Thursday that we're giving away. So what are we giving away next Thursday? Oh, I can't imagine what that is. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, right here. Yeah, there it is. Depth Tech, and it's the endoscope. Real nice piece of equipment, handheld. Has a really cool camera with some nice LED lights built into it. It's just a handy tool. And Mr. James can tell you how much he likes his. He just used it to tell me a couple of weeks ago. I think he had something in the wall going on. But it just gets you to places you can't see, even with your cell phone or something, and you can get in there and have a look around. And you can put a hook on it and, pull something back if something's caught up in there. Anyways, next Thursday, we're giving away the Depth Tech and endoscope. Yeah, nice item. Now, how do we get in on this? Well, we're going to email us at ctrewards@gmx.com. Send an email. In the subject of the email, write the word scope, just like that. And it'd be one entry per household, anywhere. Don't care where you live. And let's see, next Thursday we will draw for that. Yeah, just your name and your address in the email itself, nothing else. We don't want to hear it or see anything else in there. Anyways, that's what we're drawing. So next Thursday we're going to be sending this out to a viewer. So the viewer has a nice endoscope. Yeah, it's a nice tool. And it's one of those ones where you have it laying around and all of a sudden one day like, man, that is the way to get, that will fix the problem, or at least get me into where I can see what the problem is. Awesome. Hey, thank you for watching Coffee and Tools. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring the notice bell so you don't miss crazy giveaways like this. We got a lot more stuff to give away between now and, I don't know, maybe the end of the year, Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody, because yeah, we're just getting that close. I better say that now, just in case I don't see you next week. Yeah, Monday we got another new item to look at, so always cool. In the meantime, I'm out of here. Over and out.